Okay, so we got a set of bars here, small shifters. Schnitzel's overseeing operations. That's right, so we're going to put these bars on this front Durace brake 9000 series. We're going to bang it on. Budget, Chinese carbon build. Let's wrap it up. And also it doesn't hurt to sort of just inspect stuff, because things get damaged and stuff like that, so just giving a bit of a once over, looking for any cracks or anything suspect, and it all looks pretty good. These bars haven't been crashed, they're pretty good condition. And this is a Synte stem, very light, very nice, but it has a bit of a rough edge when I put my fingers through it. I don't really like how sharp that feels, so I want to get a bit of sandpaper and just burr off these edges, because we're putting this on the carbon steerer, alright, so safety first. It just feels a little bit, it might be okay, but I like to be double certain. So we're just going to sand the edge off, just in there. And just a bit of light sandpaper, you don't need nothing too hardcore. So there you go, just taking that little sharp edge off on the inside plate as well, and also in here. So you'll see that now it's like a silver, so it's just a bit less sharp. This comes with a stock spacer, but the stock plug, but I like a longer one, because that's we drop it in there. It's only going to go, scratch the paint already, it's only going to go that deep. So really, it's minimum. I like a better design. Look at that. It just makes more sense to me. What do you reckon? Does it make more sense to you? Yeah, let's go with this one. Boom. And there shouldn't be more than a 5mm spacer on top. Anything more than 5mm, it's not really ideal, is it? We're going to slam this stem eventually, but this is just to get the setup going on. Right, there we go. I actually ended up putting a 10mm spacer in there. It doesn't matter too much because I do have that long plug, but for most people that's going to be quite dangerous. So because I'm running a long plug, it's fine. The stem's supported all the way down to about here. The standard plug is stem be supported down to there, so that lower bolt could potentially snap that steerer there. So be wary of that. So I'll slam this here, cut this again. This is just preliminary setup. Bars are on. The front brake is in. We will have to change these pads out for carbon pads. They just have standard pads in there. And let's try and get some derailleurs and a chain on here and get it rolling. So put in a fresh brake cable. Remember, the brake cable and gear cables have different size heads on there. And what I'd like to do is get a bit of grease. This is crystal white lightning grease. It's like an eco grease. I put it between my fingers and just run it on the cable. And that gives a better braking feel. Learned that from a Team Telecom mechanic back in the day. Got a seat clamp on there, and also making sure that seat clamp is sort of below that line there. Otherwise it can, this design can be bad for the seat post. So again, having it below that little line there, fully clamped. Torque wrench, always torque wrench. And so this brake cable housing, so we want to have it just a slight bend like that. Now we can put it in there. We don't need end caps for this housing. So again, brake housing is fatter than gear cable housing. Alright, so that's the difference. It'll work better. You might be able to get away with it, but it's brake for brake, gear for gear. Let's put it in.